I want to show you how you can be able to do this thing, how I started it from scratch and how I get here. If you have seen this video, if you have seen this particular video in my content, you have seen it in my YouTube channel or you have seen it somewhere else and you are asking, how did he arrive here and how can I use this thing? So in this video, I'm going to show you how I'm going to put up this MACD and moving averages together and how it's going to happen. And please follow me if you have not been able to see it, because sometimes people are asking, how possible is that? How can you make a video? How can you make a YouTube to go? How can you make MACD to go like this and this one will cross like this? How possible is that? So if you are still confused about this very video, watch it and see how I am going to use it and how you too can do this. Let's move on right away. First, because I'm doing this I'm starting afresh. So if you join us new, please touch this place. If you are new to this very YouTube, Facebook thing, or whatever you may call it, especially this very forest word, so touch here. So when you touch there, you will see MACD, this main chart. So I'm looking for MACD. I'm looking for MACD because I'm going to start from MACD. So MACD, I want to open this is a I want to open a window one. So let me start from there. So the first MACD I'm going to be adding is I'll be adding MACD. Let's add MACD 35. Then you make the slow EMA, you make it 14. Then you make MACD SMA, you make it 8. So please, this man, which is the one that has the histogram, we are not using it. So you have to do everything possible to make it your background color. So then choose this one, your signal. The one we are using is signal. We don't have any time frame attached to it. All right. So you save it. So if you save it, you go back to this place, you will see this very line. You will see this very line because this is how it is. So look at it. That one I added is this very one. So let's go back again. Then for some of you are asking question, go back to the same place. Now touch the indicator window one because I've received so many messages about this. Go back to the same place. Touch MACD. So if you touch the same MACD, go back to fast EMA. If you go back to fast EM, this time I'm adding 37 to it, no longer 35. Then the slow EMA, I want to make it, which is the second one, I want to make it 16. So this one that I have SMA, MACD SMA, I'm going to make it to be 10. So apply this thing to close and leave it to the same color, which is the signal. Remember that the main remains the background color. So I have to save it. If you check to this place, you will see I've added the same MACD, but that they have different period and programs. So if you go back to it, you will see it. I'm still using the same color. Look at it. All right. So when you go back to that, we are going back to the same place again. So this time I'm touching the same indicator window one. So when you touch indicator window one, go back to MACD. So when you go back to MACD again, this time the first one is we use is 35, the second one is 37. So this time we want to use this one as 36. We're using 36, and this one is 16, but now we are going to make it to be 15. And is this one now is 10, but the one we are going to be adding now is 8. We're going to add it to be 8. So leave everything the same way and save it. Have you seen it? We will now have, this is the one that is added. So if you go back to your main chart, you will see it there. You will see the same trail lines on it. Look at the trail lines here. So I will show you how and why we have this thing like this. So then you go back to the same place, then still touch on indicator window one. I'm touching indicator window one. I'm still adding everything on our window one. Now a little change is going to happen. Now let's go like this. This time I've added 36 before, but this very time I'm going to make it to be 18. So this very slow EMA, which normally is 15, but this time I'm going to make it to be 36. If you see, it looks as if it's reversing. So this time I'm going to make this one to be 9. Can you see it?
Subscribe.
So if you save it now, the thing still add to this place, but with a little changes. So when you go back, you will see the other one is adding up from the top. So in case you are confused, you can change this one to something different like this so that you understand it. Can you see it? It's adding up like this. So I think I should leave it like this so that it will be more clearer for you to understand it. Now, you go back to the same place, touch the same indicator window one. So when you touch the same indicator window one, look for MACD again. When you look for MACD, you have added the first 18. This time, change this one to become 16. And this one, make it to be 37. And the other one, make it to be 10. Instead of 9, make it to be 10. You can still leave the color like that. Make sure that the men is still on those things. So look at it. It's added. So if you go back and check it, it's still there. You see it's two lines now. Can you see it? All right. So let's go back to the same indicator window one. Now, when you go back to indicator window one, look for MACD once again. Then I just want to rush this thing. So this time, instead of 16, make it to be 14. So now I've made it to be 14. Now the other one that we normally have as 16, 37, we are now making it to be 35. So this time, make this one to be 8. So when you make this one to be 8, leave the same signal and save it. Are you seeing? So if you count it, how many do you have? You have one, two. Can you see? You have one, two, three, four, five, six. So you see, so we are still going back to the same indicator window one. We want to touch again. So this time around, we are adding this one to be 15. So we are adding this one to be 15 and 36, 36. This one we are leaving it on 8. So we'll close it like this. Look at what we have added to this place. Have you seen how we arrive at this point? I will show you how we use it. I will show you how we use it. Have you seen how we have arrived here? Now, there is something else you need to understand about this. When you add relative strength index, and let's assume we'll save it like this. If you go to the same place, something will try to confuse you. But let's remove that signal, that style. If you make this style to be a background color, you will notice something. You will notice that there is something that is resting at that place, which is one of the key things that can help you to understand when the market is good for you to sell or when the market. Let me just change this thing to crash so that it will be more easier for us to understand, you know. So for you to see when the market is set for you to push and what you should expect when there is a cross in this place, what you should expect, and what you should expect when the market is dropping. So I'm not leaving you like this. I'm going to help you to come more closer. For some of you who are doubting, or for some of you who are still struggling to understand what this thing can do, your attention should be on one and not in all. So this time I'm going to be showing you how I will do this thing. And for us to move ahead, because if you check this very video I've shown you before now, you will see that we have MACD and we also have MA. So how do we go about it now? Now let's go back to the main chart again. Let's go back to the main chart. I'm now going to be adding this thing that we'll have in this place. So we are going to be adding everything there now. So let's go back to this thing first. Now I'm adding main chart. For some people that have said you are wicked, you don't know, you don't want us to have the first this thing, you're wicked. Somebody sent me a message and said, if you put everything in the same video, will you die? So they started cursing me, but it's not their fault, sure. So we have to do what we can do to make sure that everything will be in order. All right, this time we are adding period 15 as the first one. So take note of that. This time we'll have exponential, but let's add linear weighted and apply this thing to close. Okay, let's put it to low, apply to low. All right, let's apply it to low. Let's see what it will look like. Have you seen we have added the first this thing? Have you seen it? We have our first line, first moving average line. We have one. Then let's go back to it again. Add the same moving average. This time, instead of 15, please make it to be 14. 14. Um, 14. I choose a different color here so that it will be visible. I choose a different color. Can you see it? It's coming up. Look at it. Look at it. All right. So I go back again. Sometimes it looks as if it's an alligator. I go back again and I make the same period. Instead of 14, I make it to be 17. 17. Now I change another color. Then I save it. All right. Look at it. Do you see how it is coming up together? Look at the lines. Look at the lines, please. Follow this line so that it will be visible for you to understand. Look at it. Sometimes our knowledge are not the same. We'll have different people in different field. We have different formulas and we have this thing. So we are doing this thing so that no matter your stage, no matter your level, no matter where you fall in forex trading, it can be easier for you to trade. Now, please, I want to tell you one thing. Please subscribe to our channel. Subscribe to our channel. Your subscription gives us encouragement. Please just leave what you are doing now and touch that subscription button. Why not do it for us? We are putting everything to make sure you will smile. I know we are not, we are maybe we don't do everything you like, but at least we are trying our best to bring up those things to you. All right. Thank you so much for subscribing. Now, the third one, please add 19 as period, linear weighted, and linear weight, and apply to low. All right, so we have four moving averages on the screen. Go back and check it. This is what we have on the screen. So we still need to add one more thing. All right, so let's add this time. Let's add the father of them all, 21. So, and this time I think I have to change the color. Should I put white? Let's go with white. All right, now look at it. Now, for clarity purpose, in case of confusion, I always advise you to add 12 and 50 moving average, which is very, very essential for clarity, for clarity purpose. So you have to put it so that for small accounts, it's very, very important. And this time, I encourage you to apply this one to close. I encourage you to put this thing. Can I change this? Which color do you prefer? Which color do you prefer? Can you choose for me? All right, let's go with this. I have this one already. Which one? Can we go with red? Okay, let's go with this. Let's go with this. Look at how many these things. Remember that this is a comprehensive video. Look at the whole moving average and mark this. So for some of you who are asking, what about the moving averages and all those things? I have compiled them together for you because I want you to be happy and I want you to start making money on forex trading. All right. Now look at this. Look at this. This is everything you have been looking for. Look at this. You see? Now this is a total combination of what you are looking for. And do you know the essence of this? For some of you who are struggling with fake this thing, look at the indicator that you need to catch that market that want to deceive you. This is the perfect indicator that you are looking for to catch that thing. When these things have come together to do as if it's moving to the direction that you want, then you now have this 50 moving average exponential to catch it when it is on a linear weight. Do you get that straight? So after everything that has happened, the reversal, the breakout point and everything, you now have this very simple thing to catch the market, as simple as that. So now how do we find this thing and how do we identify that it's about to give us what we want? If you are a day trader that is looking forward to trade, now focus your attention on this very MACD, this very one. Now, if you're looking forward to catch a spike in this thing, or you want to do your scalping, remember that this thing can work on any of this thing. If you go to volatility, it is the same thing. Look at it. If you go to volatility, it is the same thing. If you go to step index, I don't think I'll step index here. Okay, look at it. If you go to step index, it is the same thing. They work in the same way. They work in the same way. Look at it. It's something you can do. It's something you can do. The only thing you need to do is for you to pay great attention, for you to understand when the market is making the move. Now, why do I have to add up all those things? To avoid confusion, you have to go back to your this thing so that it will help you to see the market that is coming and how you can use this thing. Now, let's just forget a little bit. Let's just keep this one by the side and focus on the main chart. Then later I will tell you what you need to do with this one. Now, when you are trading and you are using step index or any of these things, please focus your attention on the nature of these very moving averages. Now, you bear with me here that this place is a consolidation, that the market was consolidating, or we call it ranging, that the market is ranging. So, when the market was ranging, so for some of you who are looking for that very indicator, that very strategy that you can use to catch up something, now look at this. Once you have seen that this thing is ranging, that it have crossed this place, now, you don't have to take this market. You must wait. What are you waiting for? Allow this linear weight in moving averages to cross over to this, that the market will be above this place. That is number one. Majority of the market will be resting above this. That is to say that something is coming up. That's number one. What do I mean? When the market is entering between the 50 and the 17 and the 18 within this place, that is number one. Then number two is that this thing will step very close to, it will step down to 20 to 10 um relative strength index, which is RSI. The MACD must step down to that place and start crossing over. Now, once the thing started crossover, whatever they are doing between this place should not be your concern. Your concern should be at this very 50. Please take note of this, because some of you will still come back and say, I've tried this thing and I've used it to blow my account. Why you are using to blow your account is because you have not paid great attention. And I want you to pay attention and follow these things. This is not a strategy you will use to stay the whole day. It's a strategy you will use to grow that little account. You will use it and start making money online instantly. Now, once you have seen that this thing have stepped over to this place, once you have seen it has stepped over to this place, now look forward to this very 50 moving average. If these things have stepped over to this place and return back, once you have seen this, once you have seen this momentum candle like this very one, once you have seen it that it has break out from this place, the momentum candle with this bullish movement that cross over to this place, and the next one that comes up, please, once it have crossed over to this place, enter your market and take advantage of this thing. For some of you that love to trade step index, remember that each move is is over to what you placed. I mean, if you're using 10 cents, every move here is 10 cents. So if you are using $1, every move is $1. For some of you who started newly that don't know, so as you are seeing this thing going up, if you are using $1, it is $1, $1, $1, $1. So as this thing is going straight to this thing, it is $1. So 5 move of this is $5. 10 move of this is $10, whether positive or negative. I mean, whether profit or loss. So if you place for buy and you moved buy as it is going like this now, you are on profit. Remember that where do you place your stop loss? You place your stop loss below where this thing once left that place, which it has proven that most of the time it cannot come back like that except there is a reversal. So once you have placed this thing across, where do you take your entry point? Take your entry point across this place. Can I mark this? Please permit me to mark this place here. Look at here. So this is where you should take your market from there. Then from there, you are taking your market up. So where you should be buying is here. Where you should be buying is here. This is the candle you should be trading. Then where should you take your TP? Your first TP should be on the last resistance zone, the previous resistance zone where the market once stopped over, which is this place. So in case you don't know how to do that, you have to look for where the market once stopped and place your horizontal line ahead of it, like somewhere here. So if you follow this thing now, you discover that this is where the market now reached and started coming back. This is where the market once reached and started coming back. So it's very, very important you should understand all those things. It's very, very important you should understand. So once you have seen that thing that is coming back to the same place that you place your market, you have to check over to the market like this. Each time you have seen this resistance zone, please pay attention to it. That breakout is an opportunity for you. I just want to use this thing as an example. Then where should you focus your attention? Please don't allow that market to go above where the market once stopped, because it may not cross it. That is how you can do it. So when you take this thing, you rushed and close your market, you have grown your account. That is how simple this thing can be. So let's and second thing is that you should pay attention. Once you have seen that this thing have touched to this place, it have entered into that 80 to 90, please prepare to move. So your attention should be on here to this place. That is where your attention should be. That is where your attention should be. From this place to this place, that is where, I mean, from here to here, that is where attention should be. So anytime you are seeing this thing that is reversing, then the question may be, why then do we have this MACD below? Once it has crossed to this place, it's showing you what is happening on the other side of the market, which you don't know. It's going to show you that this market you are seeing is about to reverse. So you should not relax. Once it has touched to this 20, it is showing you that you don't have to relax, that something is coming. Now, the question may be, what of in a market like this, something that happened like this, what should we do? Because this place is a kind of confusing. Can I tell you the truth? Each time the market is moving forward, there is what is called test of momentum. If you see this thing, this is a continuation of trend. So this thing can be fake most of the times. So please take note of this. It can be fake. So it's not every time you see this cross that you will rush to enter. So I'm not saying this thing to confuse you so that you will not focus your attention on this. I'm telling you and I'm showing this thing so that you will know what you need to do each time you see every move. So now the main market that made a move is this one you are seeing here. Is this one you are seeing at this very place. Look at it. Is this one. So each time this thing touched over to this place and decide to make a move, look at it. It's a spike. It's a spike. So the cross happened somewhere here, and this is where the journey reached. So don't make any mistake of relying or relaxing because you have this thing crossed over, because it can cross many times and they are all fake. It can happen many times and they are all fake. But for you to be on a safer side, please, you can pay more attention to what is happening on the higher time frame. So what is the advantage you have on the higher time frame is this: if you have seen this thing that it happened on the higher time frame, this thing don't have much relevance except you want to focus on the clear move of the market, which may confuse you the more. So on the higher time frame, pay attention on the movement of the candle. Pay attention on the movement on the candle and forget much of this thing, this MACD, because on the higher time frame, MACD can be confusing. So focus your attention on your hammer, doji, and the inverted doji, and every of these rejected candles is going to help you the more for you to see where the market is going. But where this thing is more relevant is on 4 hours time frame, in case you want to follow it. On the higher time frame, like 4 hours, if you see what has happened in this place, you will see what has happened in this place. But one of the reasons we don't focus much on this is that when some people have small accounts and they are making decisions from higher time frame, like 4 hours, it's going to be frustrating. They may never make any profit at the end of the day, because decisions you took from 4 hours time frame can be so frustrating when you have $50 or $100 in your account, because it's going to flush you out. Because what this thing is saying using the MACD and the moving average from the higher time frame and what it is doing in your 1 minute and 5 minutes time frame can be so frustrating. So once you go to your higher time frame and study what the candle is doing in the now, please rush down to your lower time frame and take advantage of those things. That is how you can make money using these very indicators or strategy I have dropped now. So if you want to be successful in this, please, once you have seen the candle that is trending in the day, you have this moving average for yourself to enjoy, because the benefit is that it's going to show you what the market is doing in the lower time frame and not from the higher time frame. That is one thing you should know. Now look at this. As this thing have reached to this place, it have touched to 90 and is reversing. Look at it, it's reversing. So this one is showing you that this thing you are looking at have touched that place. So each time is going to this place and this time is going to this place. They may meet somewhere here and it's going to show you you can now enter. Look at it, it have crossed over to this place. Have you seen it? It have crossed that 50 moving average. So each time it cross that 50 moving average, it can pull back a little and come back again. But since it have this thing, it shows that this is a metal candle. So whoever that is trading can take advantage of this. Remember that you should be very, very smart and very, very careful when you are using this strategy or indicators, but they can help you to grow any amount. For you to be on a safer side, please make sure you practice this on your demo for you to see clearly what you're about to do on your live account. I remain your brother and Forex master, GDFS. If all these things I'm saying is confusing to you, stop wasting your money. Please look for a mentor. If you cannot point at somebody as your mentor, you may not go far in this Forex trading, because whoever that does not have a teacher, whoever does not have a teacher, I wonder how you will go far. Stop gazing. Please learn Forex. I am GDFS. I beg you for one thing. Subscribe to our channel and contact us in case you need a mentorship. And for some of you that will come to me, you will ask me for the price, we'll discuss. You just stop contacting me. Please, for some of you that I still have their slot, I give you a few days for you to show up. If you don't show up now, I'm going to terminate that appointment with you. If you know you have discussed with me with price or for price or anything, and you needed to make payment and till now you have not said anything. When some people are contacting me, because I have few numbers of people I select every month, when you are contacting me and I thought that maybe you are coming back, others that are calling, I tell them it is next month that I've accepted number of people that I want this month. Until now, you have not showed up for any reason. Please stop that and you have to show up. Otherwise, I may terminate that thing. When you come back, I may blame or pretend that I don't know you, so that it will be a fresh appointment with you if I still want to accept you. We have so many forex traders who can mentor you. So that I'm saying about mentorship doesn't mean that I must mentor you. The reason I'm saying it is that I have been a victim of not being mentored. I've borrowed money, I've borrowed from app, I've suffered so much. So, and I realized that there is need for one to learn forex. So that is why I am begging you, mostly our African brothers, stop wasting your money in the name I know I can do it. Because the more you are trying to say you can do it, the more you are losing everything that you have labored for. Who need mentorship? Anyone that have deposited money and you still lose everything. You grow on Monday and you lose on Tuesday. Look for something is wrong. You are doing this business by guessing, and you cannot do it as a business when you are guessing. How can you place a trade without knowing the structures of the market? It's wrong. GDFS, I so much love you. Drop your question on the comment section or chat me privately if you need mentorship. My WhatsApp is on the description link. Thank you so much.